All right, well, let's get to it because y'all about business right now. And I do understand everybody's time is valuable and who knows what else you have to do, right? Yeah, did you have something? Did somebody have something to say? Okay, so I kind of want to go real quick through the frequently asked questions that I'm getting asked quite a bit. And then, we can chime in the middle and at the end to just, go over any other questions that I didn't mention or to get clarification or more details on something. Is that okay? Is that cool? All right.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So, who didn't watch the videos yet? The videos from DAC. Okay, and I might be doing a little bit of screen sharing too. But so everybody watched the video so far? All right. Now I'm asking that twice because, I really encourage watching the videos because that's how you learn a whole lot more about the company and kind of learn what to do and what to say. It just makes it all easier, in my opinion. So like some people say, yeah, I watched them, but then they'll ask me questions and I know they didn't because the answer is in the training videos, the first ones we get. So I kind of know offhand if they watched them or not, just based on the questions that we're getting. But some people just learn in different ways. That's how I look at it. So, all right. So if everybody did that, okay, the next number one question that I get is about getting the unique URL name. Okay, and so I kind of want to do a screen share real quick and show you how to do that because I think that's real important. But again, I think step one is really important too, because once you watch those videos, you will, that will help you to come up with a great domain name once you learn more about the company and what you're doing and all of that. So let me share my screen really quick. All right, so basically what I do or what I did, I kind of went to GoDaddy. And of course, you could use whatever. I think there's another one named, I think there's a bunch of them, but I use GoDaddy a lot. So I just go to GoDaddy and kind of just play around or type stuff to see what's available because a lot of domain names are taken for no reason. So hold on one second. Somebody is trying to get in. Can you see my screen okay?
Yes.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, awesome. All right, so yeah, I just went to GoDaddy.com. You just go to GoDaddy.com and right here on the first screen, you can play around with different URL names. Like somebody throws something out at me that you might have thought about, using for your domain name. Something catchy, something easy for people to remember, something that you might want to use. Anybody got something? Okay, well, the reason, I thought of giveme25.com because when I joined, they were stressing about this same day, $25,000, same day. So I was like, okay. And I didn't know what to pick either. So I just went to GoDaddy. I typed giveme25.com and, I clicked on search. And so of course now it's going to say it's taken. Hold on, somebody's coming in. So, okay, now it's going to say it's taken. And then GoDaddy always trying to get you to buy something, saying that maybe you could buy it from the person. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. But so if it's taken, then you just go and type something else. So you might want to say, same day. I know that one's gone, but say you wanted to say, loans by Valentina. Say you wanted to say that, right? I'm trying to choose something unique because I know if I keep choosing common names, they're going to be taken. But say you wanted loans by Valentina, that is available, right? So it's just $8.85. And then of course I think you pay an extra $10 or $11 to get your private information not sold by GoDaddy. So that's crazy. They make us pay for that, but yes, they do. So, so like somebody else who signed up under me, they chose getme25.com, GET. So, we wanted to choose something that was real catchy and real easy for people to spell, right? So we got getme25.com. Another one on the team, their name is samedayworkingcapital.com. Or, I do loans by Katina also. Loans by Katina. So it's very easy to make it unique if you put your name in there. So we got that, y'all. Any questions on that? Let's talk questions on that while we're here.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
yes. Yes, I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I was asking if we can use the Bank Breezy website, so should we create our own on the GoDaddy?
Oh,
the link for the Bank Breezy?
Yeah, well, we're definitely using their website because that makes it all easy. You might have came in a little bit late, so this will be recorded and I'll put it on. I'll send the recording out so that you can go back and see what you missed, but I apologize too. I didn't say this step, but basically the purpose of getting your own custom domain name, you're just getting the URL and then you're going to direct it to your Bank Breezy site, right? And let me show you that. I want to show you too real quick. If you ever needed to find all of the URLs from DAC, you just go in your search box for whatever email address you gave them, and then you type DAC and then enter, and all of their emails will pop up. So this here is when I signed up, and everything is right here. Like a lot of your questions are answered in that first email, but this is my ID number. And so all of these are our links, right? So, all right, so like right here, it says, here's your personalized website for acquiring DAC funding, finance, payment processing, all of that. And this is your personal website for Bank Breezy. So what I did is I copied this URL. So you're gonna highlight it. You're gonna press Control and C on your keyboard, right? So then you flip your window back and go back to GoDaddy, right? So I've already done this, so I'm just gonna go to my products, right? So when I go to, hold on one second. All right, so when I go to my products, and I got a ton of domain names, so don't even laugh at me, but I've been in real estate and mortgages for a long time, so I got a lot of domain names in here. So, all right, here's my Give Me 25. So when you you purchase your domain name, that's step one, purchase the domain name. Step two is you go into your email, you find the DAC email, right? You click on the link for Bank Breezy, because that's the most popular one. So you click the link for Bank Breezy, you press Control and C, the letter C, at the same time on your keyboard. Then you go back, because that's going to copy the link, right? So then you go back to GoDaddy and then you click DNS. Now I think it's DNS and not manage, but just give me one moment. Yes. Yes. So you click DNS, and when you scroll down, you'll see forwarding, and then you just click on this box, right? And then right here, it says forward to. So you just click in here, and then you press Control and the letter V for Victor, and that will paste the link. And then you click Save, and you can even preview it. If you click Preview, it'll show you where it's gonna go when you start sharing that link with people, right? So you see it's got my name here. Y'all follow me?
Yes.
All right, awesome. So you can do that to all of your links. I just do it with I just do it with Bank Breezy. And if somebody else wants like payment processing or something like that, I just send them this link. And the reason is because I rarely get any requests for that stuff. And even if they want more, I'm sorry. Somebody say something. Okay, so even if the client wants more than 25,000, then all they need to do is click need more on the giveme25.com site. Any questions about that before we move on?
No, my only question, I guess, was the 3 links was a little bit confusing, the ones that you just showed. The one to recruit DAC agents, that one kind of seems straightforward to me, but that first one and then the third one. So which one, if I'm telling someone, here's my link so you could go apply for this loan, which one am I giving them? One's just for my website and then the other one's for them to directly apply. That's the little confusing part for me.
The Bank Breezy, that's the most popular one. That's the one people want, is the same day up to $25,000. So this one right here, the third one that says Bank Breezy.
Okay.
Yep. So yep. And then like for the recruiting DAC agents, I didn't know what to pick for that. So I kind of did something similar to my mentors. I did something similar to his. So I chose highpaidagents.com. I kind of wish I had chose something different, just because I wouldn't want somebody who's getting the loan to be offended by that. So, but I didn't know what to choose for that. So that's kind of what I chose. But same thing, I came in here, I selected the link, I did a copy, a Control C, and I went to GoDaddy and I just clicked highpaidagents.com. So let's go even further though than that, because I want to show you what to do with it. What to do with it once you have these. Now, what I did with it, I just added to my link tree. Now, I have a lot of products and services, so that's why I have a link tree, and I pay like $6.99 a month. But now there are a bunch of other services out too. So I would say search for it before you just go to Linktree and buy. And then also some people just add something like this on their website. Like if they have a WordPress website, you can add it, and not pay a monthly fee. So, but I mean, kind of what I like about Linktree is that they kind of do analytics. So does anybody want to know more about that? Because I can move on if not. All right, so next let's talk about how to get clients. But Valentino, did that give you some clarification of your question?
Yeah, it was just, yeah, the third one was, so the third one's kind of like the important one, but that first top one, the one that says, here's your personal website for acquiring DAC funding, customer finance, and payment processing clients. That's the one that I'm a little bit confused about what that particular, is that the same as
this is like, hold on, let me let some people in. So.
Or is that the one that if they want more than 25,000?
No. It's for like, say if somebody has a coaching company and they're charging a whole lot of money, like $10,000, and somebody needs to break it up into a payment plan, or even if you just like go to your emails and you start clicking and looking around, like right here it says home improvement. If your husband's a contractor and he remodels bathrooms and kitchens, and somebody wants their bathroom remodeled, you could help him to offer a payment plan to the client.
Oh, right. Yeah, I do remember that. Okay, yeah.
And then like coaching, people could do 3,000 down, 100 a month, stuff like that. So it's to help with payment plans. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do remember hearing about that, but I do remember that. Okay, I'm going to rewatch the videos again because Clearly I didn't retain everything. Okay, thank you.
It's a lot. It's a lot to know.
It's a lot to, yeah.
Yeah. So, but like this one, I haven't used it at all, but I think that I should be using it and I should be talking about it a lot more. So I'm glad you wanted us to elaborate and look at that a little bit more. All right. So any other questions before we move on out of this subject? Because next we're just going to get into selling. Selling and getting clients.
Just to make sure I'm clear, you said if our spouse wanted to move, get a loan to do a payment plan for remodeling, that goes for us as well as agents?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You're asking if you could do it yourself or
as an agent?
Like if you could do what exactly?
The remodeling you were talking about, the payment plan.
Right. So like if you hired somebody to remodel your bathroom, can you get yourself on a payment plan to pay them? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Well, that'll be up to the contractor if that's something they want to offer.
Oh, okay.
So, because some contractors want all their money. And some contractors, to be honest, are not even going to be like educated on something like this, or they might not be knowledgeable, or that they just might not like it. So that'll definitely, because the way it works too, I probably left that part out. The way it works too is that, I haven't done this, but from what I understand, you would get on the payment plan with DAC and the contractor would get all of their money. So I'm guessing, yes, you could do that yourself.
Okay.
I just answered my own question.
Okay, great.
Yeah. See, that's why questions are good. It helps. I'm learning as I go, as I talk through it. So, all right, y'all. So let's talk about marketing next, right? Or selling or getting clients. All right. So who has a fear of talking to strangers, or who has concerns about how to get clients? Let's start with that.
Me.
Okay. And tell me, what are your concerns?
Like presenting it to somebody and feeling confident enough that I explained it well enough for them to get on board.
Okay. So I would say this in response to that. Try not to be a salesperson. Just get a mindset of I am providing information to help people. And I think when you have that kind of mindset, you don't even worry about it. You don't worry at all, because you know that you're simply providing information that could help somebody.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense because I am a salesperson. So me trying to, but it makes sense the way you explained it. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Who else has a concern about selling or getting clients? That's what I should say, getting clients. Brian?
I'm sorry, I think I unmuted myself.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. I know I have a concern just because starting something is always, there's always that nervous feeling, but to me, the business, it makes sense because I come from the construction world where things, I know a lot of people that have small businesses doing construction, and, watching the videos, he talks about contractors falling behind on paying their employees or machinery breaking down and stuff like that. So like the business really makes sense. yeah, I guess I'm just nervous about doing the initial reach out. Like I've already watched the videos and stuff, and I feel like I should already be on my way. I should have already posted something about this service at this point.
Why haven't you?
Yeah, that's a part that I don't know why. I guess I didn't feel I wasn't feeling confident. I was like, I don't know, what if I get all these messages and I don't have the answers for people? But now that I finally linked up with you and I have you as my mentor, because I had seen you on TikTok, but I was like, well, how do I get a hold of this person if I need help? Because to me, you're just like a TikTok celebrity. I was like, how do I get a hold of this person?
Well, I'm going to try to be very available at least once a week, just to help get everybody going for sure. It can be a little bit of a challenge for me to do a lot of one-on-ones or to kind of be on demand. So that's the reason it's a little bit easier for me to have group meetings and record it so that people can even go back and watch and take a look. Because sometimes you might need to hear something twice, 2 or 3 times before it really like sinks in. Because I know for me, I do. So. All right, anybody else with concerns about selling? Because I kind of know what I'm gonna talk about, but I don't want to just keep talking if somebody has an immediate question right now.
Yeah, I do. I don't have, well, it's not quite a concern about, Happy New Year, everyone, too. It's not quite it's not quite a concern about, as far as in like selling it in a sense, which I understand that tenacity is, I guess, at this point, building a system to where you can hold a database, I would say, because I do production. And the problem I had over the years was, I am so thankful that I came across your TikTok. And I actually clicked the link and actually went through the whole process. Because I've seen you a couple of times. I was having a problem with getting clients to get the funding, pay their funding up front, as opposed to I have people that's on the team have to reach out to them, hey, pay your invoice. This needs to be paid. We already have done the work. So I feel like if I can put funding in front of them, it'd be very, very helpful. And then save us a headache, I would say.
Okay, when you say you're in production, in what aspect? What do you mean by that?
Aspect of just creating anything digital, whether it's a website, whether it's movies, social media content, just anything of that nature. I don't know what to build. Linux executive, probably this building right here. So production as in that aspect. So what clients do is I sit down with clients, give them a consultation, and a lot of times they don't have funding. And I would like to provide funding for them with what we're doing now. That makes sense what I'm saying? I got you.
Yeah, definitely makes sense.
Yeah, totally. So I think I'm just glad I found a solution by meeting and coming across you on TikTok.
Awesome. I'm glad you did too.
I think it's right here. Here? Okay, this is good. Yeah, so other than that, that's about it. Just knowing the approach and the right approach and how to hold someone's attention span when you're talking about revenue and funding.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so
what do I gotta do with anything?
Tammy, can you hold for 1 second? I just kind of want to respond. What I would say is that could be why, my approach is a little bit different, because I don't come at anybody with a mindset that I'm selling something. I just come with the mindset of I'm providing you information or I'm telling you what I can offer. And, I might say, who do you know that needs business funding or that's having a tough time with their business right now? So, a simple question like that could plant a seed. And if they say nobody, then you just simply say, okay, would you mind sharing my information if you hear anything? And in a lot of those instances, they might hear something a day or two later, but it might not have stuck until it might only stick because you asked the question. If that makes sense.
It does. Thank you. It does.
All right. Awesome. All right, awesome. A domain is a URL. I'm slow getting to the messages in the chat, but a domain is like your website name, your URL. So that's what a domain is. Yes, we definitely use the Bank Breezy website. We don't want to create any new websites. We just direct our domain, the URL website name that we purchased on GoDaddy. We just direct that. We forward the website provided to us, the Bank Breezy website. We just forward that site to our domain, because that site, if you look at my computer right now, we're still screen sharing. If you look at my computer right now in the upper left, you see it says davidallencapital.com/? Reference code equal. Nobody's going to remember that. So you just take that, you press Control-C, you copy it, you go to GoDaddy, and that is what you paste and get your own. And GoDaddy will help you to do that and walk you through too. And there's a ton of videos on YouTube too on how to do that. All right. All right, somebody just purchased 25K me. Oh, I love that. Queen, I love that. That's good. All right. Any other questions before I start getting into my own stuff, y'all?
Yes, I do have one question. Hi, everybody. I don't know if you can see me now, but so the one question that I have is, in terms of selling, what specific mediums do you use outside of maybe TikTok? Or I saw you actually on Reels. And I was like, oh, cool. Let me check this out. Oh, and there's no fee, even better. So are those the only, I'm sure that those are not the only places that you actually use to reach out to people, to possibly offer the funding or the opportunity. What other places would you should suggest someone even do this, including Linktree, which I've already, kind of done that already, but anything else that you would suggest for reaching out to those people or building that audience?
Definitely. That was what we were getting to next.
Even better.
How to get clients.
Okay.
But I am so glad you said you found me on Reels, because I complain all the time about Instagram. I be like, Instagram give me no love. But so I'm so glad you said that. So now I know to keep going, keep trying. But okay, that was the next thing I wanted to talk about, y'all, is how to get clients. So yes, the majority of my clients came all from online. I think I may have had a couple of phone calls from realtors who said they had somebody they needed to send to me. And that's because I'm a real estate broker, and I'm a mortgage broker too. But I just got into mortgages this year, but I've been doing real estate for 20 years. So I do know a lot of people in that field. So, but mainly I'm doing it all on TikTok now. But here's the thing. Anytime I'm into any new product that I'm selling or working on commission, I go back to selling 101, which is what I learned in real estate. All right. So the main way you can get clients, no matter what you're selling in a commission type, atmosphere, is just set a goal to talk to 20 people a day. Somehow, some way, talk to 20 people a day. All right. Now, this could include posting videos on social media. And I know everybody's not comfortable with that. But the other way is you can simply create a flyer and go to businesses and leave the flyer there, right? That's easy. That's easy to do. Flyers are not expensive, okay? You could create flyers with Word, with Canva, all sorts of ways. There's so much affordable technology and ways to be creative. So you could actually go to businesses and do that. You could pay somebody to start collecting business email addresses and save it and start creating a database. That's another way. You could pick up the phone. You could pick up the yellow pages and start calling. Now, and I'm telling y'all, these are all strategies that I used in real estate. And I used to sell a lot of houses. I sold over $40 million in worth of real estate. okay, over the last like 6 years. So, and these are all the strategies I really, really used. I would call them, I would email them, or I would pass out business cards. Now, this is a good one. And I know with COVID, it's not as easy anymore because of COVID to just go to networking events and pass a card to everybody leaving. Because that's what I would do. I would go to, you know how they would say, oh, big real estate event, free, you know, some kind of big seminar coming to your town. I would go to those places and let me see here. I would take me a stack of cards and I would pass one out and try to have a conversation to everybody. The new tactic now, I'm sorry, go ahead.
BR. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yep. So, I would actually do that. And then before we move on, though, let me just show you. If you don't have business cards, you can go to Vistaprint. Everybody heard of Vistaprint?
Yes.
Okay. So I use Vistaprint a lot because it's cheaper, but I just went, and this is my recent one I kind of created. So I just went in there, chose something. Let me see if I could look at it, because I kind of want to show you the front and the back. So I just went in there, created something. That's my front, that's my back. I got all these QR codes. I created some for my brother as well. He's in the cannabis industry. So because of his industry, he doesn't have his face. So he just has a QR code, right? So it's really about how comfortable you are, right? You would create your business card based on that. But these QR codes is really cool right now. Some people don't have any information, but just a big QR code, and you can make it connect right to your link tree. That might have your Facebook, your Instagram, your YouTube, all of that on this one QR code, so that when you pass your card out, people can go to all of your products and services. So you could create this, have them go to Bank Breezy, have them see the link for Bank Breezy, the link for financing, the link for payment processing, the link for your Instagram too. Any questions about that?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
This is Clive Hughes. My question is pertaining to, I know you mentioned the flyer. Do you have by any chance like a template that's already put in place that you had success with already that you can share with us? Is that possible? Because I'm in the process of trying to put a poster together. So I know of a few business clients that I'm going to go drop it off to and put it in their business. But I was just wondering if you already have something in place, like as far as a template with certain keywords.
Like I was just telling y'all, I have not. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm having really good success with being a business loan agent, and I did not have a plan to do that. I came into this as a side hustle. I was just like, let me do something, and so it just kind of started moving real quick. So I don't have a flyer, but I always got great resources, right? So if I wanted to create a flyer, let me show you what I would do, which would take 5 minutes, to be honest. If y'all have everybody heard of Canva?
Yes.
Canva, I'm gonna tell you, I create all my stuff on Canva. It's like $14 a month. I create almost everything in here. It's very easy to do. Here's a flyer I did for home loans. And it says something, you just go in there, you click flyer, you plop in your picture and you change the text.
Okay, awesome.
Can y'all see all these flyers on the left?
Yes, I can see.
Yep, it's so easy, y'all. It's so easy to do. You just look at them, decide what type of layout you want. Like say if you're, you might want something just real simple. Like say if you wanted to use, say if you didn't want to have a lot of text and you chose this, you could put some money right here. Like it's so simple, y'all. I did not plan to do a Canva orientation, but say if you wanted to put some money right there, or hold on, let me see. Now these over here on the left, these are all pictures I've used in the past to create stuff. So I'm just trying to find some money. Say if you wanted to put money right there and money right there. You see how simple it is? I'm just sliding the picture over. Just slide the picture. You could say, what did you say, 25kme.com? Is that your website?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you did 25kme.com or 25kme, oops. Okay, well, this is all caps, but you get the point. Like if you wanted to be something really, really simple, something you could change really, really quickly, try to just get, like you might want to put your picture in this corner and then up here some money. And then just, you know, just change this and say business loans available, same day business loans available. Say you wanted to say that. You would just change the text and then you save it. But Canva is a great investment if you want to use flyers and you want to use stuff like that. Canva is a great place to go. Canva and Vistaprint, that's what I would recommend for flyers. All right. Any other questions before we go? Anything I didn't mention or didn't touch on? Another thing too, has everybody heard of Fiverr?
I use Fiverr all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can get people on there to create you a flyer. Really,
they probably use Canva.
What'd you say? I
said they probably using Canva, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love Canva. Yep.
What is the site called? Fiverr?
Mm-hmm. Fiverr.com. Okay. And it's supposed to be $5, but a lot of people are charging a lot more than that now.
It's like $25, depending on where you go. I do have a quick question. I don't mean to, well, you did record it, so I could probably go back. I kind of missed the DNS part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll redirect
on the domain name?
Yeah.
You see how, okay, so let's go back. So in the upper right, it'll have your name. Then you click on My Products. And then you just scroll down, look for your domain. And then you click on, no, it was DNS, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. So you click DNS. And then you scroll down and then you click add. This was a good one to choose because I'm not forwarding anywhere, but you would click add, you click that box, you go Control V. So that just pasted what I had copied from earlier. And then you click preview and you see, okay, this is correct. So then you go back to your GoDaddy and then you save it. Just click the save button. That's it. That's how you forward. That's how you create your own custom domain. And then you have the website forwarded. And again, that is great for, you want to make things as easy as possible for the clients. That's another thing I wanted to touch on too, is that the way I think I've been getting a lot of loans closed is because I do a lot of texting and messaging. And now this is because, again, my background is real estate, and, you know, we can waste a lot of time in real estate as a realtor, talking to people, teaching them stuff, and then deals not even going through. So I'm kind of done with wasting time. So I'm working smarter, not harder. And I'm just messaging. And maybe this is something too I need to touch on, is that a lot of the, I'll say a large percentage of people who apply for these same day loans do not even get approved. That's another reason I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about it. Is so basically I send them a message with all the guidelines. And so you might want to take a note of this part. The main pieces I tell them in my text message about the guidelines is I tell them they need a revenue of at least $5,000 a month. They need, let me look at my message, hold on. The main part I tell them, because it streamlines everything for me. I don't want to be on the phone talking for 20 minutes to somebody who's not even going to qualify. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Completely.
Okay, thank you.
So it's like a pre-screening. You send them like a pre-screen text message and they check off yes, then you might want to hop on the phone with them.
I mean, you know, I say to each its own and do what's comfortable for you. But like I said, I came into this as a side hustle, but it's definitely quickly turning into a full-time thing for me. So it's a real challenge for me to be on the phone with everybody. And I'm gonna tell y'all too, this video, I don't even have it out yet, but let me just tell y'all, you might have wondered why I'm the only person talking about this. Like, have y'all seen anybody else talking about this opportunity?
No,
no, not at all.
No one.
Yes, on YouTube.
Yes, I have.
I have too. I've seen like two people, maybe two other people. But now I just should probably tell my story too real quick. I got into this because I decided in 2021, I don't want to be a full-time real estate broker no more. I want to get into something else. So I went through all this long drawn out process to become a mortgage broker. So once I became the mortgage broker, quickly, a lot of the stuff I stopped liking about real estate, I had a problem with in the mortgage industry. And the mortgage industry is heavily regulated by the state. So they were giving me problems too. So while they were giving me all this difficulty, I started searching for something else. And that's how I came across this, becoming a business loan agent. So I kind of had it as a side hustle, but it's turning into full-time quick. And it's turning into full-time quick because I'm closing a lot. I'm helping a lot of business owners, like closing every day, or at least three to five times a week. And so, but again, I think it's because I'm getting the information out quickly and a lot of people aren't talking about it. But I really think a lot of people are not talking about it is because they want to keep it a secret. They don't really want everybody to know that they can do this without a long drawn out process, like what I experienced in mortgages. And they don't want you to know you could do it without getting a license. They don't want you to know it's available because it can be a very lucrative business. So does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does make a lot of sense.
Awesome.
I want to add this before you go. So I see all your stuff on Reel. I didn't see it on TikTok. I don't even think I have TikTok. I've seen it all on Reel. And when I first saw it, I didn't jump on it right away because I was like, oh my goodness. She was like, it's right here. It's right here. You know, you're showing all the information. And I keep going back to it over and over and over again. And so when I asked you the question earlier about my presentation, it made sense. You say, stop, don't sell, give them information. And so now it all makes sense to me. Because first I signed up and I got into it, but I did some something on Facebook, but it makes all the sense. You giving information, so it doesn't hold me hostage anymore in my mind, because all I'm doing now is sharing information, and I can easily do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so thank you for that.
If you just share information, share tips, I always tell people, share 3 tips. That's an easy way to get attention. Share 3 reasons, share 3 benefits. It's so easy. You can say 3 benefits or 3 reasons business owners are getting this $25,000 within 24 hours. And then you just name why. Like they could be experiencing a tough time. They could need additional funds for a marketing campaign. They could need money for remodeling at their facility. There's so many reasons. So that's easy. 3 tips or the number 1 reason. These are easy video ideas. If you start with that, it's so simple. There was a question in the chat that I wanted to address. Definitely you create a Facebook page for sure. Why not? I didn't finish telling y'all my pre-qualified questions either. My apologies. So yeah, I will send them a message and it'll say my guideline or the guidelines are $5K minimum per month revenue, must have a business checking account. The business must be at least 6 months old. So I tell them the top 3 and I send them the site. And sometimes people get upset and they'll say, well, I had all that, but I still didn't qualify. Now, anybody know why that might happen? Why they might meet all the guidelines, but still, you know, not get approved?
There might be in collections, bankruptcy, behind
negative debt, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And y'all know what too? What I'm starting to see. I'm sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say something else that I'm seeing a lot of is they might have a merchant cash advance already with somebody else. Oh, and let me go in on this part as well. That okay, the 25,000 up to 25,000 same day, it's called a merchant cash advance, right? It's not a traditional loan like one you would get at the bank, and that's the reason that they're able to get it so quickly. Now, when they go above the 25, it's still a non-traditional business loan, but it's just a little bit different, and so they call that funding. So
question. So if they already have in place a merchant cash advance, the chances of getting approved is slim, or they're not approved at all?
You know, I'm not saying either one, but I'm saying like there are technically some additional reasons that they might get declined.
Got it.
And because again, really honestly, we are kind of marketers for the company, because you know, when people ask me or they might get upset, I'll say, I'm sorry, I don't handle that technical side. I don't see any of the decision-making process and all of that. But, you know, just from my own knowledge and experience, I know that that is a reason. Another reason too, is that they've had too many non-sufficient funds, too many non-sufficient fund fees or issues in their account. So that could be another reason too. But of course, if somebody's applying, I'm not going to break all that down to them. Our job is to get them to apply and then let the decision makers make the decision. And so, yeah, while we're at it too, I got a few more minutes. I was going to say, or I like to tell people, or I was having a conversation. I was having a conversation with somebody I know from real estate. And so he also does mortgages and business loans. And so he was telling me, well, I've been knew about David Allen Capital, but I don't like this or I don't like that. And so what I explained to him is the best part that I like about being partnered with David Allen Capital is that we don't have to do all that paperwork and waste all that time with, again, people who may not qualify. So I like that they have the process so streamlined that all we have to do is bring the client in the door and then get paid. And to me, I like that, because in mortgages and in real estate, we're on the phone all the time, emailing documents back and forth, and the deal may not even close ever. So I've just wasted too much time. And I like DAC because I don't feel like I'm wasting time. I don't have to handle the process. I just bring the people in and get paid.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you say every client that we bring in the door, regardless of if they get approved or not, I get paid, or they have to get approved in order for us to get paid?
Yeah, you got to get a closed deal. Only a closed deal to get paid. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just want to make sure I understood. Okay, thank you.
Katina, I have a question as well. As far as like, do they take into account their personal credit? I remember looking over it and it said as long as they have higher than a 450 credit score, that's one of the guidelines. Does that have an effect on approval or not?
Well, yeah, it is it's a 450 minimum credit score requirement. I don't know a lot of people who don't got a 450, y'all. I'm just saying.
Yeah, me either. So that was amazing to me. Like, what, 450? That's crazy.
They're really saying that credit is not an issue. But I think what they might be looking for when they run the credit, maybe they're looking for something that or they're making sure you're not in bankruptcy at the time. I'm not sure, but 450, come on now. So somebody said, how do you change your email and phone number information on the website? So when you first sign up, you get an email from, you're going to get emails from DAC, but you're also going to get emails from Youngevity. That's who they're partnered with. Let me see if I can share the screen one more time. Oh, it's right here. It's still on that same DAC email. So you see this last one right here where it says you can also have access to promote other DAC services. And it has healthcare, all of this stuff. But the one I paid attention to was the Youngevity. When you go to the Youngevity, okay, this is where you can update your, well, no, that's not it. That's not it. Hold on, give me one moment. This is the one all the way on the bottom where it says Youngevity back office login. So that's the one you want. And you would log in, and it's on that, again, it's on the email that came from DAC when you first signed up. So you would just go to my profile and change your information. So I did that also. I had to go in there right away because I didn't know how everything worked. So I had to go in there right away, and I wanted a special phone number to be on my website, and I wanted to change my email address so that I could organize and keep all of the stuff for this company together and not mixed up with the mortgage stuff. So, yep, you just go to that link and you change it and click save. All right, is that it before we go? Anybody close to getting their first loan closed?
I've actually only been in the business for about a week now, and I have 2 business owners applying today, actually.
Nice. Nice. Yep. And just remember, if they want more funding, they just click on the need more button on the same website. You could even, you could even say Lynetta's loans. You can make the website whatever you want. You know, just make it something that people can easily remember and something you can remember too.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here, and thank you for all the questions.
Thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And let me put a link in here for my YouTube channel, y'all, because the company is not giving me y'all's email addresses, and that's mainly how I'm accustomed to communicating with large groups. So I don't have the email addresses, but I was able to quickly start collecting the phone numbers. So I had to get a whole new program. That's why it took, for somebody who signed up a month ago, that's the reason it took me so long to start communicating, because I had to figure out a way. So I'm going to put my YouTube in here because I might be communicating that way too. Just so you know, because it's just easy. It's a lot of work. They got me doing a lot of work just to communicate. You would think they would have sent me everybody's email address, but they didn't. So let me try to put my YouTube in the chat. If you could go there, and if I can figure this out too. If you could go to my YouTube and then just add yourself, that would be awesome. If I could figure out how to get my channel. All right, one moment. I got it. I got it. I got it. Small business owners getting up to $25,000 same-day loans for their businesses. Right. Hi, I'm Katina Willis, aka I'm Katina the Broker on social media. And sorry, y'all, I didn't mean for that to happen. Didn't mean for that to happen, but uh-oh.
Katina, I have a question for you.
Okay.
This is Mark out of Houston, Texas.
Hi, Mark.
Hello, how you doing?
Good.
You sent me a text message. I do apologize for my voice. I'm trying to get my voice back. But the text message that you sent from a number called 5260, is that directly your number?
Is it an 833?
833, right? Yes.
Yeah, that's this new text number. Okay. That's this new program that I'm trying to figure out. So yeah,
is it called Project? Is that Project Broadcast?
No, it's simple texting, which I don't even know if I'm gonna keep this because they don't even. It's really expensive. They're not even allowing you to text a lot. To text, it's very limited. Really? So I'm trying to figure out a way to get everybody's email because that is so much easier to communicate. Email and YouTube. So yeah, I put the YouTube page in the chat. If y'all could subscribe to that channel, because it'll go there. It's going to go on this page probably faster than I can email everybody the link because I don't have y'all's email addresses yet. So I'll get it together. I'll get it figured out.
So if I was to text you my email address back through this program, you'll receive it.
I will, but that I wouldn't say that's the best way to do it right now.
Okay. Right.
I gotta figure out how to, that you could text and get it added to my list.
Okay.
Right away because I'm going through assistance, so it's a lot of work on me, and things are happening kind of slow because they're not giving me the email addresses.
Okay. What about a contact form that's on your website? So if someone go to your website, they can actually, I'm a representative, name, email address, phone number. As soon as they hit send, it'll come to your email.
Yeah, if you go to see that, see that's the thing. Yep, but if you go to the Katina the Broker site, that will store your email address. But it's not gonna put it in the right list. So I gotta get the list together just for the DAC marketing and information. So, but I'm gonna have it figured out in the next couple of days.
Okay, all right, cool.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for attending. Y'all have a great weekend.
Thank you too as well.
All right. All right. Bye-bye.
Later.